What's up, everybody? I'm Jemima Kill, your host on the Unspoken Facts Talk Show, man, with my blood cousin, man, Ty Lucky,
Let's
for the
go.
part two, man. How you feeling today, man? How's everything?
I'm feeling great. Good morning. Woke up, took the drive here. Excited to be back, to be honest. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man. We're also live on Twitch at the moment, you
yes,
guys. So,
sir.
we're expanding, you guys. Definitely
Exactly,
expanding.
exactly.
I'm super excited, man. So we got 5 good topics today, man. To lock in with, man. Some real good ones, man. Before we get started, anything you want to shout out? Anything you want to?
Obviously, my Twitch, it's not Lucky on Twitch, YouTube,
Yes,
Lucky
sir.
Live on YouTube,
Yes, sir.
TikTok, all the platforms. Me and Jay got some exciting stuff coming up,
Yeah.
especially with our other cousin, which is funny.
Yeah.
We're kind of like a little trio. So,
Oh yeah, it's going. We bringing it in the family, so it's gonna be exciting for sure. It's definitely gonna be exciting, man. But the first one we got up, man, is treat everyone as equal as far as financial status.
that's a good one.
Yeah, man. Why do you feel like people treat people away based off the status of life? Because I know it's the celebrities out there, and uh, people that's making certain types of tax brackets. Why do you feel like they treat those people different from just? I mean, we're all people, but
Yeah,
like, why do you feel like it's like that?
I mean, you got to look back like throughout history,
Yeah.
kings and queens, status has always been like a sort of way of life, So I think for the most part, whenever you look at somebody with status, it is shown through financial aspects,
Yeah.
like it could be clothes, house,
Yeah.
cars,
Yeah.
like really whatever. So I think especially, seeing that money brings you status, and
Yeah.
especially back then, it was sort of deemed like if I was better than you in any sort of way, or if I had a higher status than you, then like why are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Why are you associating with me? So for us, I think it's more so just because that's how it's been throughout history. It's kind of just led into today instead of horses and carriages.
Yeah,
It's
right. It's just
cars and
upgraded.
houses.
The
Like,
same. It's the same aspect, but it's just upgraded.
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
with what's going on now, electronic stuff, and yeah, man. I mean, that's crazy that it's like that though, because it's like everybody's the same, and everybody
Yeah.
has the potential to be whatever status they want to be at. So
For
it's
sure.
like, why? But what are some ways that you've seen humility by a famous person, or not even just a famous person, but just somebody who is up there, but they kind of still, treat everybody's fair game.
Yeah, yeah. I would say the last one I at least saw was Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the whole sort of promo with like the new Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
you see Tom Cruise, like he's inviting like TikTokers to like these like little behind the scene things and talking to them for 20 minutes. Like he recently had a clip where he was talking to like AMC
Right.
like employees for like 15 minutes,
Oh, okay.
And that's like,
No, I mean, yeah, that's big. That's big. Did they show it on film?
Yeah. There's there's literally a clip of like there's like I mean, somebody recorded maybe like a 2 minute clip of it.
Okay.
But apparently like what everybody was saying is that he's like spoke to them for like 15, 20 minutes, just like taking time out of his day. Mind you, this is like a whole screening.
Right.
He could have been in the back just like preparing,
chilling,
not
right?
talking to
Yeah,
anybody.
right.
He decided to go out there
famous
to AMC employees and just talk to them straight, 15 minutes, talk about the movie, talk about whatever.
And that I know that was exciting for them to just like, hey man, I got to talk with Tom Cruise, and
Yeah.
that just shows that you're a real person. You're not just you're famous, but you're a real person in real time, and that's a beautiful thing. And I feel like the more as we grow and just expand, man, we got to keep those same traits, man. That's why I like doing like back to school drives and doing certain things, because it's like it keeps that humbleness. It keeps it in there as we're grinding to things. So
yeah. Of course.
Yeah, man, definitely. But you guys, y'all let us know how y'all feel about this topic. Everybody. So, how do you feel? How do you feel about society right now, as far as other than financial? Do you feel like people treat people fairly?
Absolutely not.
No,
no, not even close. Not even close. I mean, again, like even if we were to take like money out of the equation, you got to really think about like, how people treat each other in terms of like even the littlest things like physical appearances or just like certain ways people interact with each other, like I mean, let's be honest, at the end of the day, unfortunately, it's going to take like a lot to get people sort of on the same page in terms of not disrespecting each other or treating each other with like the same way you would treat like your parents, your brothers, your sisters. So I mean, and another thing too is just like at the end of the day, I think what sort of leads onto it is we're all like strangers to each other.
Yeah.
So like if you really think about it, if somebody like passes by you on the street and they say like a disrespectful comment,
right,
they can get away with it because like 9 times out of 10 you're never gonna see them ever
see them
again.
again. Right, right.
So it's
we
like,
don't know them. So it's like, yeah, man. I've been having certain encounters with people where they, respect is big for me. You know what I mean? Even if I feel like, if I don't respect you, if you're not gonna talk to your mom like this, then you shouldn't be talking. You know what I mean? I try this with your mom and see what result. It's not gonna be a good result.
Hit you upside your head
for sure. So it's like, I always try to carry those traits, like just respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what I want. I put out what I want, so that's how we're gonna do it.
It's just crazy how many people like don't give proper respect though.
Yeah.
Especially like, even like, I know I talked about like the sense of like strangers, like even your own like your boys, family, friend, like people will like just treat you like crap.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not even like care.
Man, and I think I don't think sometimes it's on purpose, but I do know. I know some of them wasn't brought up. Some of them don't know. You know what I'm saying? How to respect. I feel like a lot of people don't know how to do it. You know what I mean? Or what's the traits of it? They probably growed up disrespect. Parents always was disrespectful, this and that, and that carries. So it's like, some people gotta, they gotta learn. You know what I mean? Definitely gotta learn for sure. But y'all let us know how y'all feel about this topic, man. Treat everyone as equal as far as financial status. The bigger we get, the more humble we should get, honestly, because it's like, we didn't see things, Ty, man, where people are up here and they, they real cocky, real this and that, and then they go straight back down. So it's like, you gotta watch it, man. You definitely gotta watch it, because it's like, God is like the pioneer of this thing. So we gotta kind of just be mindful of that. But y'all let us know how y'all feel about this topic. We're gonna keep it rolling though, man. You ready, man?
Yeah.
This one is kind of ties in with this first one, but I think this one stamps it, man. So don't let money change you, only your circumstances.
Okay.
Yeah. So like once we get a lump sum of money, or we reaching that tax bracket where we's like, okay, we can make money on our own. We don't have to work for anybody. I'm gonna give you a prime example, man. King Sid, right?
Okay.
I was a big fan of his coming up on the YouTube.
I feel like everybody.
You know what I mean? Big fan of his.
Yeah.
But once I seen a video with his friends come out and their opinion on it, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because it's like, you came up with those people. Like, it's like, Ty, if we come up on something, and okay, I start making some different type of money, and I just start, man, Ty, just like we didn't build anything. That's crazy. You know what I mean? So that kind of made me look at him different. Like, you let the fame and the money take over you. Your boys, especially Nate. Nate was a real one for sure. But that's just a prime example of it, man. And just to get us started, can money be a drug if not used properly?
Can money be a drug?
Yeah.
Honestly, I do like the question. I would say to some degree.
Yeah.
I would say to some degree. I think, and here's the way I look at it, because I feel like we've everybody's had the similar conversation.
Yeah.
And for us, or at least for me, I think money doesn't necessarily change the person. It definitely can, but I think it more so amplifies who you really are.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people would want to go do stuff, but they may just not have the resources for it.
Right.
So it's like, once you get that money, like, you kind of have no restrictions financially.
Right.
So I feel like that's what kind of shows who people really are.
Right.
So I see what you mean in terms of a drug. It definitely can change people, for sure. I think it's more so just something that amplifies who somebody is, rather than maybe being like completely changing. Yeah. Which, I mean, it sucks at the end of the day, but I think especially once you kind of, again, enter that like sort of tax bracket where you're not like working for anybody necessarily.
Exactly.
Then it becomes something where it's like, you are definitely like entering this new territory where it's like, well, what are you gonna do about it?
Right.
I make more money than you. Like, I have no restrictions. There's nothing that you can technically hold me down by. Like, I don't depend on you for anything. I don't look at you.
It's that attitude. It changes that attitude, and it shifts it.
For sure.
Yeah, man. And that's something that we definitely got to watch out for. But I feel like it definitely changes your persona. I know it changes the people around you. You really get to see who's really rocking with you.
Yeah.
Because, you might not be able to hang with this person. And we kind of covered this on the last one. You might be able to do certain things. Like God might be like, well, you need to hang with these type of people, or you're at this level. And the people that they might think you fake. They might think this, they might think that. But you're not fake. It's just, we want to grow, we want to expand. So I mean, that comes with it.
I think that's a proponent with money. It's like sometimes, like, let's say again, like like something happens where somebody blows up.
Yeah.
They're getting famous. They're earning money. It's like you sometimes don't have time to be with certain people. It's just like you might have meetings all day, and then you have a shoot, and then you have this, you have that. It's like
videos, this, and that.
So so it's like I think at the end of the day, it's something where it's like, as long as you let individuals know, it's like, hey, I'm busy. It's not in a way of like trying to ignore you. It's not in a way of trying to avoid you.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm legit busy.
Yeah.
I don't have time. Let's try to reschedule. Then that's more of like, okay, like
right.
He's not trying to avoid me. It's more so just like he's busy.
And I feel like a real friend, Ty, will just rock with you. Stick around and understand, what's going on in the 100%. Transitions of life for you. You know what I mean? Not saying that you're better than them or it's just that you're working. Like we work. We get into it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the main importance of it, you guys. And just to end us off with this one, man, how do we stay grounded when our financial situation change? What's some good techniques to kind of, even though we still trying to expand, but how do you feel? What would be a good technique, you think?
Well, I'll give you two manners. One where financial status is going in a good way, and then in a bad way.
Okay.
So I think for the most part, if your financial status goes in like the opposite way, the bad way, the way to stay grounded is sort of just like being smart with your financials. Sort of divvying up how you spend your money, what exactly you're spending your money on. Low key asking people for help. Like at the end of the day, if your family and your friends, or your family and your friends,
that's what they're there for.
You shouldn't be hesitant to ask them about certain things. So,
absolutely.
Probably that for sure. I guess for the opposite manner, it's a way to stay grounded when the money's kind of going up. Again, keep those family and friends close. Try to bring them up with you in the sense of like having them share these experiences with you. Giving back to your community. I like what you said in terms of like back, for sure. That also helps.
Because that comes back to you, absolutely.
100%. And then just not losing the main picture. I think especially for us, like I feel like if both of our, when both of our platforms, kind of get taken to the next level. Just keeping the picture in line, like still having that same hunger you have as a content creator when you were small, still when you were big. Keeping creative aspects creative, instead of financial. Obviously, like once you get bigger, finances become more of a determination because you're a business at the end of the day. So once your business goes big, then there's a lot more at stake. It's a
lot more time that you got to put in. It's a lot more. And I'm happy for both of us, man. We both got a lot going on. We're both just out here grinding out here in Texas, man. And I'm happy, man. I'm happy about that, and I like the fact that even though we're busy, we can still have a relationship there. Sure. You know what I mean? And I think the streaming world is going to have us even closer in that relationship because like they get to see us just act, all around the day, and
same with Daryl too.
Oh yeah, man! Shout out to Daryl, man. We got to get you on the show as well, man. For sure.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, we got to get a 3-way with him, but yeah, man. So, like I said, just keep that hunger going. I like what you said. Just keeping, instead of just you getting that money, but don't think about that. Let that keep rolling in. Focus on this work, because that's all that matters. You want to have the best quality for these people because people watching. You know what I mean? One of my recent videos I did with the gym, I do like content creation for them.
I saw this.
They did a boost, man, and it went crazy. You know what I mean? It went crazy on the numbers, and that made me feel good. Like, okay, this is just the beginning of what I can do as far as this editing and creation. I'm just testing the waters. Now we really finna.
For sure.
We really finna see what's going on. So, and then they're moving to another location. So, more ideas, more creativity, more more stuff I can kind of tap into. So, you guys, that's just prime examples of, like I said, focus on the work. Focus on the work. After this, I'm going to film for them after this. So it's just like stuff like that. Just Just keep that grind going for sure. But we'll keep you guys updated on this topic. Y'all let us know, how do y'all, what's some good, because we want to know, what's some good steps to stay grounded when you reaching that financial way to the top, for sure, man. Now we're gonna do a little shift, man. Get into the mental a little bit, man. So turning your spiritual, into your physical. So your mind into your physical, as far as just whatever, man. So when hearing this, what are your first thoughts to kind of hearing this? Like,
I think obviously mental well-being, certain aspects of your spirituality, whether you go to church, you pray, anything like that.
Yeah.
Sort of just having that shift into your physical aspect, like how do you perceive and take on the world from that aspect? Like, obviously, we could go all day, like just doing whatever, running errands, shopping, whatever, and we could like just have it passively go through our minds and not really think about it. Like, really determining every single thing you do physically through your mind is actually like a huge thing, especially because if you don't really have any thought behind your actions, then it's like, it's not necessarily that it's useless, it's more so just like you're not really taking those next steps to bettering yourself.
Right, you're not aware of yourself. And I feel like a lot of people have a problem with, they're not aware of themselves. Like, I see it. I'm so aware of myself that, I see certain things in people what I'm, where I was lacking, and then I'm like, you're not aware. Like, you don't even see what's going on right now.
Nah,
like,
for sure.
You know what I mean? But it's not their fault. Like I said, that's just something that God has to kind of put you in. You got to tap in with Him so He can so help you as far as that. But no, man, definitely changing your mental, man, is definitely good for your spiritual, man, because you can't do one without the other. Like, once you make that mental, like, I'm gonna do right, I'm gonna be a good person, I'm gonna do this, all the bad habits, I'm done.
For sure.
Now the hard part is the physical, because it's like you still got to deal with flesh. You still have to deal with, do I want to get up? Do I want to, you know what I mean? Feel, I don't know. I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this, but it's like, you got to think of the time. Like, for me, I think all the times when I was just visualizing this stuff. I didn't have none of this stuff, none of these platforms, and I'm just like, man, one day I'm gonna have this stuff. You know what I mean? And now that we're doing it, it's like you don't want to go back to that point where you just thinking about it. So it's like, nah, I'm gonna get up, because
even like with like content, like I'm even to some degree I'm still such like a perfectionist in terms of like what looks good, what angles am I getting, how's the script, like, so whenever it kind of came down to like, especially this last year with how big like sort of IRL streaming has gotten, and just certain aspects of like where editing wasn't that big of a difference. Like, obviously I still took my time to learn how to edit and make these videos look good and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like you have to really just like put stuff out there and see what works, because at the end of the day, if you're not doing it, somebody else will. So that's kind of how it goes.
You kind of gotta just start it, and once you start it, just make it like a weekly thing, a daily thing. And that's what I do with these platforms, man. Just kind of learn. Like, I'm learning to do close-up shots. I'm doing a lot of different stuff. So it's a lot, but it's all gonna be worth it at the end, because the production of it, when everything comes together, it's like, man, they want to know who did this. How did they? It looks so good. Like, is it just one person? You gotta have a team. Like, you know what I mean? But like, it ain't a team. It's
just me.
Time, just us. You know what I mean? So that's the beauty of it, man. So just to get us started with more into this, how can we turn our spiritual beliefs into a reality? Like, how can we, like, for me, I know it's like manifestation. For me, it's like tapping in with God and just telling other people. I think that's a physical aspect, like going to the church and like I like to have conversations about God, just to see where people mind at, where they head at, on a daily basis. And Ty, some people don't like talking about it. Like,
really?
I done had situations where people are going through it. It was this one friend, she was in the hospital, and I'm just trying to keep her in good spirits and keeping God. And she's like, I don't want to hear all that right now. And that kind of like
threw you off.
That I'm like, that's what you need to get through this situation. So I think people just got to tap in with Him, really, just to
for sure.
understand, you're not by yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
we
yeah,
go
yeah.
through like people don't understand. We're gonna go through stuff. That's just the bottom line of
100%.
it. I've been through it with multiple things. You're gonna go through something, but it's not the end of the world. For one, for two, you have God to guide you. You just ask Him for the answers, and from that point on, you good, man. So, what's a way that you feel like you can turn our spiritual into a reality?
I think you kind of hit it.
Kind of nailed it
with manifestation. You know, truly believing in yourself and letting others like sort of, you know, sort of see that belief within yourself, especially because at the end of the day, if you won't believe in yourself, who will?
Right. Other
Nobody
people
will.
Is like you got the people that will, but it's like
people show support.
Right.
That's a difference.
Yeah. Okay.
Believing in yourself and people showing support is a difference.
Okay. Right.
Because people could feel obligated to show you support because they're your friends.
Friends or their family. Yeah.
But obviously, it's still good.
Yeah.
They go out their way to show support. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but truly believing in yourself and your vision is different from being shown support.
Man, what I'm saying, like, yeah, I agree with you, man. You just gotta kind of lock in on you. Yeah. Really lock in on you, and okay, is this something that I'm doing? I like people that lock in on themselves because you could tell, like, the energy, the way they talk is just different.
Of course.
Like, I have friends that say, you know what? I want to be this. I want to do that. I want to do that. And they're doing it. They're actually talking about it. They're showing me. That's what makes me feel good. Like, okay, are you just talking right now? You ain't finna talk my head off. You laying down. You know what I'm saying? So that makes me feel good to see that people actually moving while what they're doing. You want to be a singer? Okay. Reach out to some artists. Do this, do that. So that's the beauty of it, man. What does spiritual to physical mean to you in your life or career?
Dang, that's crazy. Probably like just the aspect of, you know, getting up every morning and like sort of putting myself in that position where I can be able to do this stuff and like letting the man above know like, hey, like you woke me up this morning.
Right.
And you put me in a position where I could get out of my bed. I can walk to my setup. I could push buttons. Like even the littlest things, like the fact that I have, you know, the ability to move my fingers, move my feet. If that wasn't the case, I wouldn't be able to get up out of my chair
and do what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
And do what we do. So I think that's the motivation. That's the push. Same thing, man. For me, like getting up, recording, editing. Sometimes I spend hours editing, but that's just a blessing. Yeah. Like to be, you know. You got to put in the work, though. I think a lot of people, you know, you got to put in that work every day. I think that's what keeps it going. And just like what helps me is like gospel music, different stuff, spiritual, mentally, just to keep me going. Because we're going to go through stuff, you know, it's life. But just that one thing that helps you bring peace to you around you. So whatever is going on around you, you ain't even worried about it. Like, I'm good. Inside, I'm good for sure on a daily basis. So, we'll keep you guys updated on this one, man. But y'all let us know how y'all feel about it. How can we tap in more into the spiritual to bring more to the physical, you know, for people out here? Because I want to help. We want to help everybody around us, you know, tap in with God. Because that's the real answer for sure. Definitely, man. And our fourth topic, man, this one is strictly for you, man. I definitely want to touch this one up with you, man. Streaming.
Yeah.
Streaming, man. The game streamer, man. First of all, tell them, man, what made you start it, and how was that process?
So I started streaming because it was about 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
I was just on the internet, you know, seeing different stuff, and LeBron James' son, Bronny James, he was streaming on Twitch, but he was playing with a certain streamer. His name's Aiden Ross. And I kind of tapped into both streams because I was just like, oh, like they're playing COD, like, you know. And I was super big into basketball at this point. I'm still super big into basketball, but like I was like playing a lot and obviously just kind of doing whatever. So I kind of saw streaming for the first time that wasn't just gaming. Like they would play COD for like an hour or two, then they would go react to funny videos, and like, you know, do whatever. So I was like, you could do this. Like
it's kind of like a YouTube thing. That's what it gave to me. And it's like, since we're kind of on this topic, man, I wanted to get a little messy with it, man, because I know it's been a lot going on with Illuminati and what's the girl?
Man,
what's going
Zoe?
on? What's going on? How did that even start? Because it's like,
Okay, so
did he make a comment or did she?
Zoe, her name's Zoe Spencer. Basically, she went on the internet and she basically was kind of crying about streaming university. She didn't get in.
Okay.
She didn't get in, and then obviously Kai's running it right now, and he basically sort of said like there was some offline stuff that happened that contributed to her not being on streaming university.
Okay.
So Illuminati saw that. He commented on it. He was like, "Hey, if you didn't do this, and this, maybe you would have had a chance. You're kind of like your attitude,
okay, I got you,
stuff like that."
Okay.
Zoe responded, kind of just like she mispronouncing his name, saying crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So Illuminati came back, and said some other stuff.
Oh my
so
God.
It just kind of got messy at that point.
And I know he's been doing it for a minute. He's pretty big into.
Man, what?
He's really big into it. So I was like, I wouldn't even mess with him, like,
oh no,
you got it. You know what I mean? Because when it was this funny clip when he said, do I want to do it? You know what I mean? Do it to her. And everybody was like, yeah, do it to her. So it's like,
no, it's crazy because like, man, I was watching Soul Illuminati in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
He was banging like 2K videos, stuff like that. Obviously around 2020 he kind of like disappeared for a bit. Now he sort of came back into the Twitch space because obviously Twitch has sort of been popping in that sense of content. But man, yeah, he's killing it. I mean, I saw the other day he was playing with like Flight, another YouTuber I used to watch.
Yeah.
They were pulling like 60K on Twitch just playing 2K.
Man, I heard he had 80K views on one of them. One of the streams.
He probably had 80K when he was talking about Zoe.
Yeah.
Everybody was looking at that.
Man, that was crazy. So it's like, but honestly, she could really learn a lot from him. Honestly, she is aggressive.
You've seen her clips?
I seen some clips.
Okay.
She biting people. I don't know what's up with the biting thing. I'm thinking at first like, okay, they friends, so they play around, but they seem like it's kind of uncomfortable. Like somebody just biting your arm. Like what the hell? What's going on?
I could see if it was maybe like. You know what I think too? I think she does all this because it's her humor, but like she probably doesn't let them know like ahead of time.
Yeah,
it's different if you let somebody know ahead of time. Like, hey, are you cool with this? I'm gonna like. Let's say she went to college. She's like, hey, I'm gonna bite you at some random point. Are you okay with this?
Right.
Like that's different. It's okay, maybe like if he's comfortable with it for the bit, then like he could say yes. If he's not comfortable with it, he says no, and then you move on.
Right.
It's probably the fact that he probably
she
don't
just
let him
does
know.
it. I feel like she probably think, we hang out, we friends, so just bite people. But nah, I definitely don't agree. But I definitely wanted to cover that, man, because like I said, that was crazy. That made me want to kind of get on the stream and just talk about it. Like, man, what's really going on? I don't think she's gonna win that battle. Honestly. I think she should just kind of let it lie. But more back into you, man. What is the main difference between you think sports streaming, like 2K and all that streaming, and then regular streaming?
Well, if you don't mind, I want to shift your question. I feel like the two biggest aspects of streaming nowadays is IRL and like gaming. Okay. I think the biggest difference with IRL, it's like reality TV. It's literally reality TV that you vote and persuade as the viewer without having to wait week by week by week by week.
Right.
It's not Big Brother. It's not Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Yeah. It's literally live every single day, not 24/7, but you kind of get the gist.
Yeah.
And then with gaming desktop streaming, it's still very, very popular. I don't think people realize that. Like, as much as IRL streaming and personal streaming has gotten popular, desktop streaming is still, like, in my opinion, probably at this point still at least number one aspect in terms of streaming.
I mean, wasn't it the founder though? I think that's kind of what started.
Yeah,
really blew up.
It really. So the way basically Twitch started, it started as Justin TV. It was this guy named Justin. He basically made it for not strictly gamers, but like that was the concept of it. It was gaming. Yeah. Then he eventually got bought out by Twitch. Twitch got eventually bought out by Amazon, and then obviously this whole culture is sort of taking place. But Twitch and that sort of website started strictly from gaming. Yeah. Gaming and gaming only. Like nobody had the idea of going out and doing IRL streaming and doing
videos and stuff.
So.
And then somebody was a founder, of course, and like, hey, we could just do wild stuff. I really feel like it depends on what you do on a daily basis. That's what makes the stream even better. Like,
for sure.
Summertime, bro, it's so much we can get into. Like,
oh yeah,
it's crazy, man. It's definitely crazy. And for your I want to get into what's the most viewed stream you had. What was the best stream you had as far as
best stream?
Game, you were just on fire? Like you knew.
Probably like most views.
Yeah.
Okay, so for Twitch, I was playing Valorant and it was my birthday, funny enough. And
Oh, okay.
So there's this thing on Twitch called raids.
Okay.
So there is apparently this like big Valorant like streamer, content creator. I saw his like YouTube, he had like 300K subs.
Okay.
You know?
Gotcha.
And he was streaming, and I guess he probably went to the bottom of the Twitch category.
Okay.
And was just looking for people to raid to like send all his viewers to, and I guess he saw mine.
Yeah.
I got rated, and like all of a sudden I saw 500 people join my stream at once.
Wow.
And it was funny because when they joined, I got an ace, which is basically like I took out the whole team.
Okay.
So that's like one of the biggest plays. This is literally the biggest play you can make on Valorant.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like perfect timing.
Oh yeah.
And then my chat was just like, "Oh shoot, he got an ace."
Oh yeah, that was a gift for you. That was definitely a gift.
So it was meant to be. But then that was just Twitch though. YouTube has been like pretty good, especially recently. Because funny enough, like this past week, and we'll probably get into it because you told me about it. But,
yeah.
It was the week that like I heard about like this, like I was kind of streaming like the Stream University stuff,
yeah,
if I got in, and obviously I didn't get in, but that same week, like two of my two of my YouTube shorts just like had really good views and like both hit like 40K.
Okay.
You know?
Oh yeah.
So now the overall like for this month so far, like strictly off views has been like 200K.
That's
this month,
up, man. That's what's up, man.
So it was like pretty good, you know?
Hey.
And it's getting more consistent.
Yeah.
So that was probably my best like YouTube views in terms of that.
Man, and me tapping into this streaming thing because I like to so I started doing like little skits and stuff that, videos of kind of me just doing stuff. I just want to try, you know, see if I can act a little bit. I did the Ghost Power Ghost show. I played Ghost a little bit. You know, I got the little fake beard and stuff. And I'm like, you know what, let me just do a little clip, man. And when I tell you, like, they were biting off it, I'm like, I'm just playing around. You know, I'm just like, let me just drop something on here. And it went crazy. I think the one I did with, the one with Tyreek, he had the gun on Tyreek, woke him up, you know, out of sleep.
Yeah.
That one is at 11K views. I wasn't expecting, I wasn't expecting that for a minute clip. It's like a minute.
Oh yeah, people.
They love those minutes. They love those short clips, man. They don't like all that long. I see that them long clips, but that made me like, okay, I can really tap into this if I really want to. You can basically create your own movie without having to go audition for a script or you can create your own vibe. You know what I mean? So that was just the fun thing about it. And what's just to end this one off, what is some good advice you would give a starter streamer? Like somebody like, man, I want to start streaming, kind of like me, but I don't know. What's some good advice you would give them?
Probably number one, finding a niche that works for you, like sort of tapping in with the audience that like sort of need certain content or sort of, you know, things that you feel like are fun in that aspect.
Yeah.
Number two, you know, have fun with it. Obviously, at the end of the day, if you're not having fun with it, you're never really gonna.
You're not gonna.
You're never gonna go far. And number three, this is actually some advice that, for me personally, I think a lot of people might actually disagree with.
Okay.
But from personal experience, I think that it's something that people should do. Create content that people want to see.
Yeah.
But two, tap into viral concepts. A lot of people will tell you not to chase being viral, virality, and I think that is the case. But for certain clips or certain aspects of streaming, like especially on TikTok right now, like some of my biggest TikToks are not gaming.
Right.
Like I remember when I was doing the whole like when Kendrick and Drake were beefing.
Yeah.
Like, I would just do reactions and then like I would just literally post clips of me like reacting to stuff, like reacting to the lyrics. And I'm just like kind of having fun with it, whatever.
Yeah. It's those moments where you're just like, you know it's about to be something good.
Yeah.
You kind of giving them a teaser, like, yo.
And mind you, I'm posting them on my like gaming TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, it's like 70K consistently.
Right.
Like 70K no matter what.
Wow.
You know, so it's like at the end of the day, I don't want to tell people to chase virality because you should be also like tapping in with your own niche, but you should also be commenting on viral concepts because those are what is going through, you know, the algorithm, SEO, like that's what people are searching.
What's really going on right now?
Exactly.
What's really tapping it? Like when I covered the kid, because I did the Kendrick beef on YouTube with him, and I reacted to. I love Kendrick, by the way, you guys love Kendrick.
Yeah.
Those videos did crazy. You know what I mean? Because I'm bringing a personality. I'm reacting. I'm like, he really disrespected Drake.
Yeah.
Like he really. I mean, Drake, man, he couldn't come back from it. It was too. He was too detailed. He was too prepared. It's like one of them nerds that's prepared for all the tests. Like you can't. There's no way around it. Like when he dropped, I remember when Drake dropped, man, and Kendrick just dropped right. It's like he had a song waiting.
Oh, the one right after.
Yeah, the
3 songs in one day was crazy.
He like, I'm waiting for you, and then when he kept. There you go.
Yeah.
I told you not.
But that's what I'm saying. You're bringing your opinion to a viral concept or a viral discussion.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be seen. Like, I think another thing too is like, if you make like let's say there's like 2 videos. Like one video is reacting to tires being made in a factory. Like, who's searching for that?
Right.
But then if you make a reacting to Kendrick versus Drake. Like millions of people are already searching it. Your video is going to be seen by somebody at the end of the day.
Right. It's being like, oh, this guy, he popping on here. I'm gonna share it with somebody else, and that's what I did that, and then I did the Chris Brown and Quavo, of course.
Oh yeah.
Reaction, and that was pretty funny. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Chris Brown. He killed Quavo, man. That's just my honest opinion. Okay. I feel like when Quavo, his was okay, but it didn't really.
I didn't like it.
I think because Chris can sing and dance, so it's like when you put the rapping in there,
it's a triple threat.
But yeah, you guys, as far as that, but nah, man, we definitely had to shut you out on this stream, man. We got some good stuff going as far as the streaming world. We got some stuff y'all finna see me on there.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all know how I get, man. We definitely gonna turn up, man. And then we got one last topic, man, before we get you out of here.
Oh, actually, I have one more piece of advice.
Oh, okay.
Short form content.
Yeah, what's up?
Short form content.
Oh, short form content.
YouTube Shorts, TikToks will take you so far.
Oh yeah, man, I love doing shorts, man. Whatever, so, like for me, so my page is very universal. I do a lot of different stuff. So I might do a workout content. I started my own editing platform on Instagram. So I'm showing like what I can do on as far as that on shorts. And shorts, man, I didn't hit 1,000 views. Me and James on the sports, we didn't hit.
Yeah.
Me by myself hit views, and it's just like they like the short stuff. They love
it's short content that provides value. And I think, to be honest, from what I'm hearing, I want to see you at least stay consistent with the editing stuff, because you don't know how many people will actually follow that page.
Yeah.
Because if you show people how you can edit and stuff like that, because it's providing value and it's teaching something, like. My biggest like per peak pieces of content, all informational.
Okay.
Like all informational, like teaching something.
Yeah.
Like especially for COD, like some of my biggest stuff was like my call out videos, like for certain like Call of Duty maps or whatever, like and like class setups or like rank play tips. Like I remember I had a series of rank play tips, like almost all of them like 500K, 500K. Like
so they feeling the teaching. Okay, I can definitely tap in on as far as the my editing stuff.
If you're teaching somebody something, they will see that as value. Yeah. Because it's like, okay, this person, like
we're not just watching you, like we're gaining.
Yeah, even like my camera stuff. Like I recorded and posted that like stuff with my old school camera like over a year ago. Like I will get like 300-400 likes a day to this day.
Yeah.
From those posts that are over a year ago.
Yeah.
And people still follow me strictly for that camera stuff where it's like teaching.
Yeah.
Like, I swear to you, if you provide value and, like, you teach somebody something, that is some of, like, that is some of the biggest content on the internet.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. Well, look, y'all let me know what y'all want me to put on there. Because, like I said, I can show you guys how to edit. I definitely want to start with the editing, kind of show them the basics of, because a lot of people don't know how to edit. And a lot of people are paying people. No. You don't really have to pay anybody. All you need is just give yourself a few days to kind of just learn, watch videos. That's what started with me, just watching videos. Okay, how to cut. Okay, how to transition. Like some of my transitions, I just move. I move. You know what I mean? Like I don't even. You would think it's like a movement transition, but it's not. It's me moving. So you just gotta be creative with it. But I definitely do. What you call them, with just showing you guys the basics of everything, and then we're gonna tap into, because I use a lot of CapCut still. I use a lot of different apps, man, where it's it's amazing.
I think the two biggest things, especially right now, especially with streaming and YouTube or like TikTok, whatever, it's like one side can be like teaching, providing value in that aspect, and then the other side's entertainment. Like your personality, like clips, you know, reactions, stuff like that. Like
it gotta come together.
It's gotta come together at some point, but especially like they're kind of somewhat two sides. If you decide to separate them, that's good. If you decide to keep them together, that's also good too. Sort of more so be smart about it because you don't want people following you for this aspect and then they unfollow you because it's like
yeah.
So it's definitely a battle to deal
definitely
with
a battle for sure. Like I said, as far as the sport, yeah. So with me, like I said, I definitely want to tap into more of my regular channel, just showing them because I'm working on an editing video right now where it's just me and I'm like my life and what I do on a daily basis, and I'm gonna have different transitions, cool things. And then I'm gonna get into I want to actually get into the steps behind the video, just to show them, okay, this is how I did this video, this and that. So, that's definitely something I know you could probably help me with.
Oh, for sure.
And we can knock that out for sure with you guys. But yeah, you guys, that's the end of our show, man. Ty, man, I appreciate you, man, for that part 2. This was definitely better than that part 1, man. Just
because we're in person now.
Yeah, man, we streaming. We got some good stuff coming for y'all. Like, I don't think y'all understand what's finna happen. Like, it's finna be crazy. We locked in. Unspoken facts, man. Anything you want to shout out? Anything you want to let the people know?
I mean, we just got some exciting content. Obviously, us two. Yeah. Daryl will also be joining us. I'm gonna try to get him tapped in. Just like different stuff, different activities. Again, trying to bring more so the IRL aspect, more personality, kind of let people see our lives, plan different stuff. Yeah. Kind of provide two ends of the coin, just provide good content at the end of the day. So
yeah, that's what it's all about, and just being yourself. We're not going to be out here just acting like this. This is how we act, how he acts. This is how I act. I'm very goofy. You guys already know from my videos. I'm very energetic, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna try to bring that to everybody around. So
it's really just, again, having fun.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna be doing different activities throughout the city and stuff like that. Exactly. Like, just kind of like, even like if we're just like joking around. Yeah. Like, we just want to be ourselves.
They love that, right? Yeah. They love that. So it's gonna be that. But as always, this is Unspoken Facts. We appreciate you guys on episode 18, man.
Yes, sir.
Episode 18. Like I said, follow me on Instagram, YouTube, JM Creations. That's my new creations page. And y'all let me know. I mean, do y'all want them on the Instagram page or the YouTube? Or I could do both shorts. You know what I mean? So
gotta do both.
We gotta do both. Gotta do both. So hey, it's coming, you guys. It's definitely coming. Let's get this video to 20. How many likes, man? I'll let you see it.
Shoot. Episode 18. 18. I mean, no, let's round it up to 20.
20.
I was gonna say 18 because it's episode 18, but let's do
20 likes, you guys. Let's get 20 likes on this video. Let's run it up. Shout out to Bambergs, the studio, for letting us this amazing setup. Shout out to you guys. Gotta shout you guys out. Shout out to my boy James. Shout out to everybody that's in the streaming world. But we coming, man. Streaming University. We coming for you. We ain't stopping.
Yeah. Next
year. We coming back. We definitely coming back, man. But I appreciate you, man. And we'll see y'all on the next episode.
All right,
peace.
Let's go.